It's a foggy morning out here today. Not too terrible bad, but a week ago, a little over a week ago, we were in freezing dire straits. Everything was going to be colder than ever. Although I've seen it colder before over here. It's just, I guess, in the times of, I guess the scope of the coverage was what made it so bad. All kind of other people getting iced over. But shoot, the first year when we were in this house, it snowed like a blizzard to me. Alright, here we are. A couple weeks before Christmas 2017, and I might as well have landed on another planet. This is certainly nothing that I'm used to ever seen in my life. I mean, it is. It's pretty thick to me. So this year it wasn't too bad. It's just every time it gets in the teens in the south like that, you gotta really go the extra mile to protect everything. Anyway, I was just gonna go over a little bit about where I'm at with the spring starts gardens. Hopefully today and tomorrow I can get some stuff done. My wife and daughter are off in Ocala, Florida right now at the World Equestrian Center doing clinics and training. So they are having them a good time, I guess. Well, I know my daughter is. My wife's probably just along for the ride. She has a good time though, I believe. Here are the seed starts. Now, something terrible happened, and it wasn't a freeze. The freeze did get some of them, but it was mostly the ones along the back row right here. You can kind of see they even coming back. That one's growing again, but look how bad that stem looks right there. But it's actually starting to grow again. But these were up against the wall and froze. That one did. See those? But that was it. A couple of them died here, but let me tell you why those died. This is the dill. It just dead. Almost all the cilantro died except for one. I lost all but one, it looks like, of the basil. I barely kept that one alive, but I put some more seeds in there, and I put a few more dill seeds. What happened here, and look, the peppers took a hit, but they came back. Oh, it looked so bad that day that I came in here. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I protected this thing so well throughout that freeze, and I was so excited that I had pretty much saved everything, kept a light in here, keeping it warm, lost only bare minimum few things. Well, as it is in the south, the weather changes so rapidly that I had taken off those days to keep up with it. Well, I had to work those 3 days over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, and then I put in 12-hour shifts. And I came out here Saturday after work at night, and I checked, and it looked all right. I came out Sunday, and I checked, it looked all right. Well, Monday I was just tired, and I didn't come. That's the day I should have come. So Monday was a pretty warm day, and I had the windows shut and the door shut, and it got super hot in here. And then Tuesday I went to work for a normal day. I got home around 3:30, and everything in here, even these were laying down. That was brittle. It was brittle to the touch, and you could crush it. all the peppers were laying down. You can see the damage done by the heat. I mean, some of them ain't gonna come back, but some of them make it. These tomatoes, they were a little cold shot, but when the heat hit them, they didn't make it. Now, this is interesting. That's black creme. You see where that little line is on the seed tray? That's seeds that came out of a pack versus seeds that I saved from last year. All the seeds that were in the pack, except for these two, which are looking not too good, died. All the seeds that I started, except for this one, all the seeds that I started from my saved seeds look wonderful. Ain't that crazy? Hardier saved plants from saved seeds. They were all the same height, all the same everything, and then between the cold and the heat, they died. These are the ones that I saved off my plants from here. They lived. That's crazy. That's nice. That's something's going on there, and I attribute that to saving seeds to a plant that has a better chance for this environment, I guess. So everything's doing good. We got the Homestead there, the Rutgers, black creme and mortgage lifters, peppers, that's bell peppers, cayenne peppers, that's some Italian parsley. That's those grease. I had 5 seeds of steak sandwich left over. It looks like another one came up, so it might be 4 plants, but we'll see what happens with that 4th one. The other 3 look fine. We look like we got some gold nugget, sweet 100, yellow pear, and Romas. Now you can see the color doesn't look good, so I got some little fertilizer. I'm gonna try and hit them with and get them back on. So I'm gonna do better. I can't really water with my left hand like that while I'm holding this camera. These are the celebrities. They came up finally and they doing all right. It looks like I didn't have out of 21, 2, 3 didn't germinate out of 20. 15% failure. That's what it's. So, you know, not having 3 germinate out of the 20 that I put in there, that's a 15% failure in the germination rate, so 85% germination. But that's not terrible. Now the thing that I'm gonna say this again, these are seeds I saved. These were from a hybrid tomato, and I saved them just as an experiment. These came up beautifully. I mean, even this one came up, but the cold got it. So I had 2 seeds in each one. See, this one had 2, but something killed it. But pretty good germination rate for that. Now, here are the mountain vineyards. They finally came up in this little 3-cell tray. One came up in this tray, and I'm still hoping that the ones in this tray and this tray come up. I'm hoping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grow these 3, 4. I'm gonna give one to a friend. I'm gonna give one to my dad, and maybe one to another neighbor, and we're all gonna grow them and get cuttings and try and propagate them. I'm gonna try and propagate off of these because they do say they tend to be trimmed back. So I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize them here. And oh look, this out of the seeds that I had from a long time ago, it looks like only some of that's weed seeds and the weed plants coming up. The poppy from a partner that I worked that gave me came up. My other poppies didn't come up, but that is this stuff, this celosia or whatever it's called. It's this red plant. That is definitely one of their seeds coming up. So whatever that is, I remember my daughter had, when she was young, she bought a whole bunch of seeds she wanted to grow, and we never really got around to do it. So I just planted them all to see, and that's the only one out of all the zinnias and, let's see, foxglove, and what's the other one? gum-free strawberry fields. None of that other stuff came up. That's a cactus my dog wanted me to go. That's a cutting from a piece of basil they got at a restaurant they went to. That's still growing. And that's some dills I dug out of the ground in another garden to try and just see how they do in the greenhouse, and they're doing much better. Now here are the mulberry trees that I clipped last year, the cuttings. That's the cutting I was showing you right there in the middle, right there. That's the one from last year that y'all followed along in that video. They doing great. Here's some more. Doing really good. Doing really good. I have 7 of those, it looks like, all together. I'm gonna make more. This pepper came back that I dug out the ground. It's a jalapeno pepper from last year, and I just put it in here. It's coming. You see the new growth? I don't know that the other 2 I put in here are gonna do anything. They're looking quite not good. This one still has some green in the stem, but you know, whatever. So the thyme is doing all right. 1 cilantro, but I got more of that somewhere else. I got more cilantro somewhere else. So everything doing okay in the greenhouse. Catastrophes have been averted, and I'm steadily learning. These are rose clippings that I took off my rose bush. Look, this stuff growing. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's growing. It's putting out a little. Yeah, right there. And that's new growth. And there's a piece of rosemary I'm rooting from a cut. So anyway, that's that.